Suck me up, cause I really don't care what I'm for.
Hi, Tiffany. Welcome back to my nail salon. How are you? How's it going? Oh my gosh, I've missed you so much. It's crazy how much I missed you. Today is like one of my favorite videos to film. Today we have a video that I personally look forward to every single year, every single October. Okay, the moment October comes around, you know that I put my whole pussy into everything. October is basically my Christmas. October is spooky season. October is everything a girl could dream and ask for. I look forward so much to this time of year. So I'm so excited to talk to you today about the horror books, the spooky stuff that I want to read. I've kind of been in my gay fantasy at Raw. Really want to get back into the horror. I'm honestly like bridging it. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm reading gay fantasy that has horror in it. If you know, you know. I get distracted easily. Obviously, you could probably tell that just from looking at me. Also struggle a lot with like motivation, with like focus, with like having the energy to get up and go and do things. In essence, my performance shot. I have been drinking Magic Mind for 7 days straight, my dude. And when I tell you, it not only like tastes good, but it like makes me feel good. Imagine, what if you could be more efficient? What if there was something that could give you the same effect that like an energy drink would, or like some kind of caffeinated beverage? But what if it instead didn't leave you with jitters? That's where Magic Mind comes in. Magic Mind is a mind performance shot. Listen, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, Tiffany. When I first received these little bottles, I was also kind of like hesitant. I was like, I remember back in the day, I used to go to Booster Juice. They would have like wheatgrass shots and they always looked so disgusting. But then when I tried this, hello, it tastes so good. And I literally want to have like a full size bottle just so I could chug it. But I have been drinking this teeny tiny little bottle every day. I kind of prefer to just do it as a shot, but there are so many different ways that you can do it. You could put it in like oat milk. You could put it over like sparkling water. Magic Mind is an addition to your daily routine. It's not going to replace your coffee. Instead, what it's going to do is give you like a little bit of like a kick to get you focused when you're trying to get stuff done. Plus what I love and what I'm really excited about, because listen, I want to be a nutrition girly. I'm making my way there slowly. But with this, you get your daily vitamin C and vitamin D. And listen, Tiffany, it's not as if I'm sitting here being like, oh, if you take this shot, your problems are going to be magically cured. No. Magic Mind believe that these things take time, that these things take effort and work. Some of the ingredients in these little shots take full effect really after days of you taking it consistently. Let me put my lab coat on because I'm going to tell you how this actually works. Caffeine doesn't actually give you energy. It blocks the neurotransmitters in your little brain. Specifically, the neurotransmitters that tell you that you're tired. So if you're drinking caffeine too much, it's going to keep you wired. When the receptors unblock 1 to 3 hours later, you experience a sudden drop of energy, like a crash. We've all been there. I know I was, specifically in high school. I would drink way too many energy drinks. I would crash hard. Magic Mind isn't going to give you a little crash. Magic Mind isn't going to do anything really like crazy with your neurotransmitters. It is not a fleeting charge up. It is like a daily addition. It's like a daily strength booster, I suppose. I just need to talk about this because what's crazy to me is like I expected this to be like grassy, but when I tell you, it has a certain like acidity to it that's almost like a pineapple. So it kind of reminds me of the kale pineapple smoothies I used to get. It doesn't even taste like matcha in my opinion. It's like sweet, it's acidic. I am so excited each and every single day when I get up because I have this with my coffee each day. I get my coffee ready and then I get my little shot ready. I drink my coffee, I'm gonna take my little shot. I have been drinking Magic Mind for 7 days. The first few days, there wasn't much of a difference in me. Probably like day 4, day 5, day 6, I noticed that I felt more energized. I love these little tiny shots because they taste good and because I genuinely feel as though I feel better when I take them. Now, if you're interested in checking out Magic Mind, you can go to magicmind.com/Jordaline Reads and use Jordaline 20 to get up to 48% off your first subscription or 20% off for a one-time purchase. Go to magicmind.com/Jordaline Reads. Use code Jordaline20 to get 48% off your first subscription for the next 10 days or 20% off a one-time purchase. If you try Magic Mind, which I really hope you do, I hope you love it. I'm so sad for when I'm gonna run out and I'm gonna have to buy more. Once again, check out magicmind.com/Jordaline Reads and get a discount off of the subscription or a one-time purchase. Like, follow your dreams, follow your heart. And thank you so much to Magic Mind for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the TBR. Let's talk about horror. Let's talk about also the book club pick for my Patreon for October. We have The House That Horror Built by Christina Henry. I talked about this in my last TBR because my Patreon book club is one book every 2 months. So this was September, October's pick. This is about this woman named Harry. Harry gets a job as a maid for this like director guy. And you're thinking like, okay, it's just like a normal director. No, you're wrong. It's like a horror director. This guy's like enigmatic. He is shrouded in mystery. Harry finds out that she's going to be working for this man. She's like, hell yeah. Love that for me, because Harry is like a huge horror girl. She loves anything to do with horror, but this director, Javier, is like really into privacy. He hires Harry and he's like, if you can just shut the fuck up and not like do anything crazy and just like, you know, do your work and then get out, like I'm totally cool with that. And Harry was like, anything for you. Harry is working one day. She's dusting, she's wiping things off, she's cleaning mirrors and glass or whatever. And she comes across this room and she can hear noises coming from this room. And she thinks it's kind of weird because like nobody's home other than her, like Javier isn't there, but she can hear somebody in the room. And it sounds almost as if they are calling for help. The question is Harry going to risk her job potentially to help this person? I'm so excited to read this. I have heard like very mixed things. Like some people are like, I loved it. It was so good. Some people are like, that was ass. It was absolute ass. And I don't know which way I'm going to lean, but I can't wait to read it. If you're interested in joining the Patreon, just so you know, we do all kinds of things. There's exclusive content. We do reading sprints. We have Patreon exclusive readathons. I think I'm going to have like a readathon that's like Halloween-ish. Maybe, it depends. Because I also know that like a lot of booktube girlies are doing readathons specifically for Halloween. So I don't know, we'll see. But the Patreon is always linked down below if you're interested in joining. We would love to have you in our little sheep cults. Yeah, by the way, also, what do you think of my earrings? Aren't they cute? They're just like little ghost guys with little pumpkins. Aren't they cute? I haven't hauled this book yet because I haven't done a book haul, but that is A Dark and Drowning Tide. This is like a sapphic dark academia novel, I think. Tiffany, do you blame me for buying this? Like, look at that fucking cover. Are you joking? Also, these two girls, so pretty, so gorgeous. Oh my God. Oh, this cover, dude. I want this on hardcover. But I think it's only released in paperback. It says that a sharp-tongued folklorist, is that a thing? Is that a thing? Can somebody let me know if that's like an actual thing? Must pair up with her academic rival. I love rivals to lovers. Must pair up with her academic rival to solve their mentors to solve their mentor's murder in this lush and enthrallic sapphic fantasy romance. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Jordaline, this is October. This is spooky season. What the fuck are you doing? Let me tell you. I'm gay. I'm gay and I want to read about women loving women. Is that like a crime? Is it a crime to be a fucking homo, Tiffany? If it is, lock me up. Anyway, I'm so excited to read this because the cover is so pretty. There's no way that this sucks. When you have a cover this gorgeous, you cannot have a bad book. It's like physically, metaphysically, spiritually, economically impossible. So if you've read this, actually, please let me know. If you've read any of these books, please let me know. Let me know what you think of them. I can't wait to read this. There is one specific person who has been recommending me this book for years. And I'm the piece of shit who consistently ignores their recommendation. To the point literally where they would comment and be like, Jordaline, you're reading this, this, and this. And like when I tell you that you're going to love The Perfect Child by Lucinda Berry, you need to get in on that. And I would be like, sure. I didn't even buy this myself. I received this as a gift from my Amazon wish list from a beautiful girl named Kelly. Thank you so much, Kelly. The way that I have disrespected my own community, the way that I constantly am playing in your guys' fucking faces individually. I know from my forehead to my bussy that this is probably gonna slap. I love a creepy kid. Love a creepy kid. And all of you know that about me. And I feel like I finally might actually give this book a try. For eager adoptive parents, getting what they always wanted has chilling consequences. Kind of seems like, oh my God, we're gonna get our dream child. We're gonna finally adopt our baby girl / boy. I'm assuming it's a girl. It's always a girl. Do you notice that? The creepy kid is always a girl. Do you think that's misogyny? Anyway, her name is Janie, and she is no ordinary child. Her damaged psyche proves to be more than her adoptive parents were expecting. Janie is fiercely devoted to Christopher, but she acts out increasingly in disturbing ways, directing her rage at Hannah, who I'm assuming is like her adoptive mother. Not great, Janie. It's kind of giving not sour candy. What the fuck is that called? Broken candy? Oh my God, wait. Baby teeth. It's called baby teeth. It's called baby teeth. I'm literally a fucking idiot. But anyway. Listen, these kinds of books always have like some kind of like Freudian freaky deaky incest shit going on, which I kind of think makes it more fun. But anyway, because it's like all that more disturbing where it's like, you're literally like 6 years old. Can you chill? Hannah knows that Janie is manipulating Christopher and isolating him from her, despite Hannah's attempts to bring them all together. But as Janie's behavior threatens to tear Christopher and Hannah apart, the truth behind Janie's past may be enough to push them all over the edge. This sounds like a fun, thrilling kind of book. Cool. Next up I have Bored Gay Vampires. No. Next up I have Bored Gay Werewolves. This is by Tony Centorella. Look at this fucking cover, Tiffany. Ugh. The moment I saw it, the moment the title, everything in me shook. It was like the tectonic plates of my life shifted, overlapped. I just knew that I needed to have this book. And like, even if it's actual ass, like even if it is eating its own ass, this cover, this title, iconic. In this, we are following Brian. Brian is like a deadbeat. He seems like the kind of guy where you would like feel bad for them, but then you would also kind of be like, well, if this isn't like the consequences of your own actions, like that kind of person where you're like, your life is an actual shambles. But like, whose fault is that? He works double shifts at his waiter job, never cleans his apartment, and gets blackout drunk with his restaurant comrades. Brian is really struggling in this limbo of his life. He is trying to like bridge the gap between, you know, adolescence to adulthood. But then it's also super hard because he like transforms into a fucking werewolf. And like, that's such a bummer. And what's worse as well, like if Brian could not get even more fucked up, he's really not that great at the whole werewolf thing. Like he like keeps killing people and it's not great. But then Tyler comes into his life and Tyler is like, listen, Brian, I'm a guru. I can help you. Tyler has this like wellness brand. It's giving cult, but Brian buys in. He sort of isolates himself away from his old friends. He gets closer to Tyler and his friends. Things go from there. And eventually, Brian starts to wonder if Tyler and his little company and his little wellness brand is as nefarious as it seems. I'm so excited to read this. I don't know if it's going to be like horror or if it's going to be like more gay fantasy. Why did I say it like that? Look at that. Oh my God. Am I a bored gay vampire? Why do I keep saying vampire? Am I a bored gay werewolf? I have a few YA books. I've had these books on my shelves for a while. I just like never got around to them, even though I really wanted to read them. I still do. One of them is Into the Sublime by Kate A. Borman. I have been really looking forward to reading this because first of all, the cover is absolutely stunning. The synopsis, simple but gorgeous. When the cops arrive, only a few things are clear. 1, 4 girls entered a dangerous cave. 3 of them came out alive. 2 of them were rushed to the hospital, and 1 of them is soaked in blood and ready to talk. What else do you want to hear me say? What else do you need to hear me say? This sounds so good. And I swear to God, if Kate disappoints me, sometimes I feel like a parent. Sometimes I feel like I am reading these books and afterwards it's not even like I'm mad, I'm just disappointed. If Kate disappoints me, I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna have to like ground her. I'm gonna have to like punish her in some way. That sounds weird. That sounds weird. It sounds like a threat, but then also sexual. I don't mean it to be any of those things. It's just a jokey joke, Kate. I also have Never Coming Home. This is by Kate Williams. Oh my God, 2 Kates. This is also like YA. This is about these like influencers like me. Just joking. That's literally disgusting. This is about a bunch of influencers. They get like a phone call, they get like an email type of situation where it's like, come to this private island and we will give you all of this like free stuff and you can have a free vacation. Blah, blah, blah. These influencers are like, hell yeah, free shit. So they go. And then they realize, oopsie, it's not a vacation. Oopsie, it's actually a plan. Oopsie, actually, it's a place where they're probably gonna die because somebody has invited them to this island to murder them one by one. I've been wanting to read this for so long. Also, I need your opinion, Tiffany. I'm not saying I want to read it in October, but I want your opinion. I've seen this book at the bookstore. It's the new Kiersten White book, and I know in my heart that Kiersten White really fucked all of us over when she released Hide, but she has a new book called like Lucy Undying or something. And the cover is gorgeous. The cover is beautiful. And it's like literally infuriating because it's like, I hate the way she writes. Like it's very like infantile. It's very juvenile. Okay. And that's the vibe I got when I read Hide. And so I saw Lucy Undying and I was like, ooh, that's a beautiful cover. Let me like look at it. And it had like a interesting synopsis, but then I saw that it was written by Kiersten White, the same bitch who wrote that other book that I hated. So I was like, ugh, am I wrong to judge or am I right? Like, have you read this book and can you tell me if it was good or bad? Because I have a feeling that it's bad. I have a feeling that it's going to be the same kind of like YA bullshit that you tried to like trick us into reading with Hide. Or is it good? Because listen, when I see the cover, I want gothic. I want flowery prose. Why did I say that weird? I want that kind of shit. But if she's gonna be like, I'm in love with him after 2 seconds, please let me know what you thought of it. If you think I should pick it up, if you think I should read it. Because I am genuinely interested, and I'm only interested because the cover is so fucking pretty. Please let me know. Okay, thank you. Love you. I also have a horror movie by Paul Tremblay. This is also a book where I have seen mixed reviews. People either love it or they fucking hate it. And I kind of want to be in the group of people who love it. But if you think I'm gonna hate it, please let me know. This, from what I know, is about this horror movie that had like a cursed type of situation going on, okay? Like the movie was never completed, people died. There was only like 18 minutes or something of the film ever released. But this movie has like a cult following. Like there are people who are like, I love horror movie. It's also called horror movie. There are a bunch of like bigwigs and executives who are like, listen, we want to make this movie for the cash grab. We want to be able to reach out our hands and grab the cash. And so they're like, how can we really make this like popular? How can we get people in seats at the theater? Let's hire that one guy who was in horror movie, the original, but didn't die. Like the only surviving person. He was like traumatized, right? He kind of moved on with his life. And then these people are like, we'll give you a bunch of money, just like be in the movie. So he accepts. Horror movie is an obsessive, psychologically chilling and suspenseful feat of storytelling genius that builds inexorably to an unforgettable, mind-bending conclusion. Next up, I have 6 Rooms by Gemma Amor. This was also gifted to me from my Amazon wish list by Jay. Thank you so much, Jay. I have had this book for so long. Literally, there's no synopsis on it. It's a gorgeous book. So I didn't know what it was about, but I just looked up the synopsis. This is about a tourist attraction called the Sunshine Chateau. High on a hill overlooking town shrouded by tall trees and rumors of murder, scandal, and intrigue. Tickets are hard to come by, so hold yours close. else the tour guide may not let you in. And that would be a pity, for there are so many things to see within these walls: history, glamour, and riches beyond your wildest imagination. Just remember the following rules. Don't wander off alone, don't be rude to the guide, and don't, whatever you do, touch the valuables, because the ghosts don't like it when you touch their things. I've had this book for, I think, probably a few years at this point. I'm playing right in your guys' fucking faces. Jay literally was like, Jordaline, here's a gift from me to you. I want you to read it. And I was like, thank you so much, Jay. Also, I literally spit on it. I never read it. So I'm sorry, Jay. This is less of a TBR video, more of like an apology video. This is me saying, hi guys, I'm here to say my truth. I'm so sorry, Jay. I do want to read this. It does look fun. And I also know that Gemma Amor is one of those girlies. She's got a gorgeous voice. Like, she's got an accent, and it's like, oh my God. I really enjoy her writing style. Next up, I want to talk to you about Ladies' Night. I bought this book so long ago, I think probably like 6-7 months ago, because I wanted to do like a female rage vlog, and that went nowhere. This is about a town. Things are normal. It's almost like suburbia kind of vibes, like women and their husbands and blah, 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 blah. One day there is some kind of like contaminant released into this town. People are like, that's so weird. It's like kind of scary, but like everything seems fine. Nobody seems to have gotten hurt. And then the women start acting weird. And by weird, I mean like violent, like murderous, like homicidal towards the men. The women all of a sudden have this bloodlust for the men. They want to rip them apart. And that's what the book is about. The book is about like a town of women just butchering men. I have been wanting to read this book for so long. And even though this cover is like kind of creepy, I love it. I kind of want to be this girl. Anyway, also want to talk to you about Midnight Rooms by Donye Coles. I actually started this book. I didn't finish it, but I started it and I was liking it. I don't know why I haven't finished it yet, but in case you don't know, in case you're like, wait a minute, what is that gorgeous, luscious, stunning book about? Let me tell you. You sweet summer child, you pumpkin little bitch. This is about Orabella in like 1840. Orabella is a mixed black girl. I think she's half white, half black. She knows in her heart of hearts, like there's no chance for her in terms of being married. So she lives, I think, with her uncle, who is like a gambler. Like he's got a lot of debts. It's not great. And then one day, this guy comes to the door and he's like, knock, knock, knock. Like it's kind of sexy the way he knocks. He's like let in and he's like, Orabella, I want to marry you. And Orabella is like, what? And he's like, I want to marry you. I want you to come live in my like mansion. I want you to be my wife or whatever. And her uncle is like, hell yeah, Orabella, get ready to go. You're leaving. And so she does. As they're on their way to his like mansion, she's kind of like thinking in her head, like, oh my God, I'm going to be like regal. It's going to be like gilded. There's going to be white and gold and everything's going to be beautiful and new. She gets to the mansion. It's like falling apart. It's cobwebs and dust. Everything's kind of gray. But Orabella, you know, she's like, whatever. It's better than what I was in before. And as time goes on, weird things start to happen to Orabella. She finds herself like falling asleep and waking up with like bruises, with like her body injured in some places. And her husband is like, you're crazy, you're crazy. Like they always do that. It's like a woman is like, oh, something weird is happening. And then everyone around them is like, well, what if you're a fucking liar and actually fucking crazy? Why is that always the thing? Anyway, the longer Orabella stays in this place, the more she loses parts of herself. How long until she no longer exists? I can't wait to read this, okay? I love these kinds of books. And this cover, ooh, I have 3 books specifically from one author that I need to talk to you about. Because her newest book just came out and I have been so excited for it. But the thing is, like, I've read one book from her, really liked it, have never read anything else from her. So I have some catching up to do, but I'm talking about Rachel Harrison. I'm talking about her newest book, which is called So Thirsty. I also own Such Sharp Teeth and I own Cackle. I don't own Black Sheep. Never like appealed to me, so I never bought it, but I do have these 3. I think I should do like a reading vlog, reading these 3. Would you be into that or no? Let me know. So this is like a witch kind of book. This one is like obviously like a werewolf kind of situation. And then this one, the newest one, is like vampires. And like, hello, This is so fucking pretty. I'm obsessed with this cover. Let me know if you think I should buy Black Sheep, like if you liked it or not. Because it's just like never called to me, so I never bought it or picked it up. But if I should, please let me know. A woman must learn to take life by the throat after a night out leads to irrevocable changes in this juicy, thrilling novel from the USA Today best-selling author of such sharp teeth and Black Sheep. So in this, we are following Sloane. Sloane is really needing a change. Her life has gotten kind of stale in certain places. She knows that, and she knows that her birthday, which is coming up soon, is just going to be a bummer. Like, she doesn't want more excuses. She doesn't want more reasons to think about how fucking old she is. But her husband is like, listen, baby girl, I have a surprise for you. You're going to do like a little weekend getaway, but not with me, with your best friend, Naomi. Sloane is like, okay, fine, whatever. But when they go on this like weekend getaway to this cabin, it's not exactly what Sloane thinks. Naomi is like, no, bitch. You have just been like getting by. Tonight, this weekend, we're really gonna live. This starts like a crazy fucking night, this crazy birthday where Naomi has a bunch of people coming in and out. It kind of ends with this horrifying thing that literally changes everything for these two girls' lives. The friends are forced to come to terms with some pretty eternal consequences in this bloody, seductive novel about how it's never too late to find satisfaction, even though it might taste different than expected. Obviously, I think they turn into vampires. I'm excited for this. Let me know if you've read this yet and what you thought of it. I know that it's like brand new. It just came out, but I'd love to know your opinions. We have 2 books left. I have this book, which I literally forgot it existed, and that is Cherish Farrah. This is by Bethany C. Morrow. This book has just been on my shelves, and I've just been kind of like passing over it. But there was at one point a time in my life where I was really excited for this. So in this, we're following 2 friends named Farrah and Cherish. Farrah is, an average, everyday kind of girl. But then her best friend, Cherish, her parents are rich. She was adopted into a white family. So Cherish and Farrah are both Black, I believe. But Cherish was adopted into a white family. Literally, their last name is Whitman. It's like white man, but Whitman. Anyway. And Farrah calls Cherish WGS, White Girl Spoiled. This is apparently a horror novel about Farrah trying to weasel her way into the wealth of this family. However, it says, and I quote, "But soon everything begins to unravel when the Whitmans invite Farrah closer, and it's anyone's guess who really is in control." I've heard so many good things about this. Everybody who reads it loves it. I need to be one of those people. Finally, I have Favor House and then the sequel, which I have yet to buy, which I think is called like The Name of the Devil or something. I am probably about halfway through this. I do want to finish this, and then I want to read the sequel. I have been reading this. This has been on my currently reading, but for some reason, I'm a little bitch baby and I can't seem to finish it. Although to be fair, actually, I'm reading like 4 fucking books right now, which is so unlike me. I'm really not like a multi-book kind of reader. I usually stick to 1, at most 2. But right now I currently have like 4 or 5 books on the go. It's crazy. But this, for anyone who doesn't know, is about Hutch. Hutch works for this guy named Peaches. Peaches is this like mobster kind of guy. He basically has Hutch and this other guy be like his muscle. So he has Hutch and this other guy go to people who owe him money to beat them, to get their money back, right? So Hutch and this other guy, I think his name is like Ted or something, go to this like crackhead's house because he owes money to Peaches. They get there, the crackhead is like, I'll get the money and blah, blah, blah. They also find in this crackhead's house a severed hand in a Wonder Bread bag. They're under no illusion that that isn't fucking weird. Like, that's freaky. Why do you have a severed hand in a Wonder Bread bag? Like, that's fucking weird. So Hutch and this guy take the Wonder Bread bag with the hand and the crackhead. And then after, things begin to get crazy because there are other people who want the fucking hand. There are other people who will do anything possible to get that hand. And that hand is also kind of like freaky deaky and magical. It has this ability to make people like ultra violent. It's scary. I'm excited to finish this because it's going places. I think I mentioned this. It's going places I didn't expect it to go. And I'm excited to see what happens in the second book. That's my October my Halloween TBR, please let me know down below if you've read any of these books, what you thought of them. I need to know. Tell me if you think I should buy Lucy Undying. I really want to know what you think of it. Don't forget, my friends, my family, my familia, to hit subscribe, because I talk about spooky shit, talk about creepy shit, talk about women killing every man they see and shit. Thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you in my next one. Bye. See you later. Goodbye, Tiffany. I'll see you later, okay? You're literally stunning and gorgeous and beautiful. And I want to kiss you. Okay, bye. Bye, bye, bye.